Hello, beautiful people. I am Sarah Voronov, sharing with you my, breathwork practitioner training experience. And I think I've lost a little bit of count of what number I'm up to. I think I might be up to 31 or 32. Wow, so much has been happening. So in breathwork, my nose is a bit sniffly. And also, I'm trying this new fancy thing where you have, this fluffy thing on there. I think it's meant to help if it's windy. So let me try it out. Look at me, I'm a professional. Not really. In breathwork, like I always say, you notice, in life, you notice what's happening out in life, how you are moving through, how you're responding to things. And, it's very windy. Just going to try and move it in a way that's a little bit better. Maybe I'll try it like this. Yes, where was I? So my breathwork intentions for this week, it was kind of similar to last week, where I'm noticing that there's a lot of things happening in life and really feeling at ease knowing that I don't have to get my intention perfect, get the wording right. It's just more of like, what is all of this bringing up to me? What is all the threads? Because that was the other thing that my facilitator said, that when you feel like you've got lots of things kind of happening out in life and they're all kind of activated in different ways, there's some sort of connection. Otherwise it wouldn't be kind of coming up. All right, maybe I'm just going to move this way, actually. Yeah. Sorry, it's a bit hay fevery season where I am right now. Sorry, that was a bit rude in my mouth. Anyway, so the things that I've been noticing since last week is, I won this really cool, I had entered this raffle to win a 4-day herbal intensive workshop that I've been wanting. I spent $25 on the raffle tickets, and I said, when I bought these raffle tickets, I said, so cool, I spent $25 for this $800 ticket. And I kind of forgot about it. And then when I remembered, I was looking around on their socials. I was trying to find where they had announced the winners. I checked my emails. I didn't get anything. So I just thought, okay, maybe I lost. But then I got an email, and that day was the night that I was thinking this, and it said, Sarah, congratulations, you are the winner of the first prize. I won the $800 workshop. They aren't going to be running it this year, but they're going to, they offered me a 1-day event that they're going to be doing this year as a gift, and see if I would like to join it. So I get both the 4-day next year and this 1 day, and I thought, wow, this is just another confirmation that I guess what I put out there I can receive, and I can manifest what I want. And I think in breath work, what you may not realize is that you might be focusing on an area of life that's, a little bit painful, or an area that you want to move in, but that actually ripples out to all areas of life, no matter where you're focusing on, that you just kind of notice that things start to improve. I'm really hoping that you're going to be able to hear me amongst all the wind. Sorry for the nose part of it, but I'm choosing to. So the other things that I've been noticing is that, I've had this dichotomy of like, be shiny, be out there, but at the same time, it's like that tall poppy syndrome of, don't be too big. Maybe you need to be down, you need to make sure that everyone's even, everything's the same, because what would it mean if you were too shiny? You don't want to distract or take away from anyone else. So I had that going on. I also had this realization in a meditation, and I felt like, sometimes you do stuff because you feel like you have to, not because you want to, and there's obligation, but then realizing that you have freedom and I can do whatever I want. What else did I notice in the week? I forget. It's not important, but I kind of like all these different areas of life where it's like business and personal, and it was a similar intention. So I said, like, I wanted the reassurance that everything is taken care of and that I'm okay, that I can move through this feeling of still I'm unsure and I don't know, and because I've been feeling like that in my business, like I don't know where I'm going, like I'm still moving forward, but I was like, I don't know. I just wanted the reassurance that everything's okay. And then my facilitator said, well, what would that give you? Like a real daily practical thing, like what would that give you if you woke up tomorrow and it happened? And I said, well, I think I would just feel more ease. I'd be able to relax, and the sense of freedom, like, I don't know, I can just try things. I can jump and just kind of see how far I can jump, and like it's okay, this freedom to like make mistakes and not get things right and just kind of go with the flow of things. So anyway, I brought all of that into my breathwork session, laying down. I was feeling a mixture of like tightness in my chest and also openness. Like my whole share and my intention was this whole dichotomy in so many areas of life. Like I want to be bright and shiny and open, but I also want to be like down and not be too much. So all of that, sat with that, and then I kind of relaxed and went to sleep-ish again. I was still conscious of me moving, and then I got to this point where I think I heard some noise on the outside, and then I was more sort of, I guess, present, and I was like just laying there. I'm like, I'm just breathing. Everything feels really easy inside my body. Like there doesn't feel like there's anything to do. I didn't have like too much chitter chatter, and I was just feeling like, well, what's the point? I'm just here breathing, feeling like there's nothing to work through. There's nothing to do. I'm like, how long am I meant to just be here laying down? And I've had this similar feeling, just meant to be here laying down. And then I started to feel like this rise of sort of anger, frustration coming up in my body. And I was trying to wage, like, do I say anything to the facilitator? Do I don't? Or do I not? They always say, like, if you have a persistent body sensation or a persistent thought or an image, like, you know, reach out. So I was like, and that's the thing. I've noticed, like, when I put my hand up, and even if I'm unsure if I even should be putting my hand up, it's always a part of it. So I did. I was like, I feel like, what's the point? I'm like, feel fine in my body. Like, there's nothing to do here. And all of a sudden I started crying. I was like, why am I crying? This doesn't even make any sense. And then I was kind of laughing because I was like, I feel like I'm crying over nothing. I feel like I've just disturbed everybody for no reason. Like, what is the point of me crying? And like, the thing is to remember that breath work is a body breath experience. So like, anything that I'm feeling, it's a release of whatever was experienced at another point in time. When I was out of my breathe, I kind of got a sense it was kind of like, you know, when you're a baby and maybe you're crying and the person on, you know, your parents on the outside don't know why you're crying and you don't know why you're crying. You've just got feelings that are coming out. And that's kind of what it felt like. And so I dialogued with the facilitator around that for a little bit. Like, this seems really weird. I don't know why I'm crying. I'm also like taking up all the space. I felt really uncomfortable taking up space and feeling like I disturbed everybody. And then it was like leading me to this feeling of, that's right. It was like being, like having someone there, feeling like I'm taking up their time. And what it was getting me in touch with is so many times in life where I have felt like other people have been there, maybe like with me and my feelings, but I've sensed that they don't want to actually be there. Like they want to keep moving on. And then a feeling like I need to like wrap up whatever I'm feeling so that they can be free. And that's what was happening in my breathwork session. I was like, I really feel like I should put myself on mute because this is all online. Like, don't worry. Like, I feel like I shouldn't have said anything. Like, you can go. I was like giving her an out, my facilitator. Like, you can go. You don't need it. Like, I don't want you to feel obligated. That was a big feeling. I don't want you to feel obligated. And then she was like, what if I'm gonna just like, you know, stay here for a little bit more? And like, what if you were to really go into the feelings? And so, yeah, like the whole thing is to be present with yourself, with the feeling. And I was like, the more I was, I'm sorry, I'm going to wipe my nose. The more I was present with myself and the feelings, like the worse it felt and the more uncomfortable I felt. And it was like really leaning into it. It feels so uncomfortable to have someone still there. I've given them an out, and then I was like, oh, it brought up even more, and it was like, oh my gosh, like, okay, if no one's been forced to stay, then maybe people are staying out of free will. Like, as an adult, you have free will. As a child, you feel like you don't. And I was like, okay, if people are staying because they want to be around me, maybe they care. And then maybe they like me. And then maybe some people even love me. And it was just like all of this release, all of this like uncomfortableness that was moving. And then it led me to this feeling of like, oh, maybe if people around me, they choose, like, maybe I am worthy of connection. And I wasn't consciously aware that I didn't feel like I was, but it was like, it felt really true. It was like, oh, people are around me because they want to. And I think before that, I was relating as a child with feeling like people are only staying because they have to, versus the adult where it's like everyone has free choice, and the people that are staying around because they feel like they want to. And then it was like this moment of like Avatar, if you've seen it, with like their tails and like they open and then they connect in with others, or with that beautiful spirit tree. And that's what I saw. It was like all these like people connecting with me and all this bright light experience. And then it was like this feeling of, well, maybe if people are wanting to connect with me, they want me, they love me, maybe I have something about me that is worthy to connect to, that I have some sort of substance there, that I'm not just nothing. And then that's where the breathwork session ended, and I was just kind of sitting in those feelings. So yeah, there's stuff that's moving in life where around this worthiness, and worthiness to be fully myself and accepted fully as myself. So I'm interested to see how life continues to unfold from this space of getting more release around that, and almost like a strengthening as well towards the end, that I am worthy of connection. So if you have stayed along to this, I thank you for your time. And if you have any questions about breathwork or my experience or any ahas and kind of that I've shared, I would love to hear below. All right, bye for now. Bye.